a painted cover Dell Gold Key comic book haul.
Hi, welcome to Garage Geek. Last week I went onto eBay and I made a couple of bids. I wanted some new comics for my collection, and right now I'm interested in some of the painted covers, especially from Dell and Gold Key comics. I bid on this lot of 14 comics, and I think I paid either $40 or $50 total with shipping. I think it was 40. So if you think about it, 14 comics, let's just round up to 15, 30, 45. So we're talking about maximum $4 per comic. I've divided these comics by original price. So I have one 12-cent comic, 5 15-cent comics, 3 20-cent comics, 4 25-cent comics, and 1 35-cent comic. Now these comics are by no means in mint shape. They need a lot of love. There's some rips. There are a lot of spine rolls. There's definitely spine ticks. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to clean these up and put them in Mylar. Later in the summer, I hope to buy a comic book press. I buy a lot of older comics that need repair and need care. And so for me, I think it's a good investment to make things like this just seem that much nicer. Now, the Mylar will do a lot to make these look good, especially after I clean them up a little bit. But when it comes to the spine rolls, I think I'm probably going to need that press. So I'll be back to show you these comics individually after I put them in Mylar. Welcome back. It's been about an hour since I last spoke with you, and I've got my comics in Mylar, and I looked them all up and I put them in my comic database, and I have the information for you. Okay, so the first ones, I have 2 copies of Dark Shadows. So that brings the total copies that I have to 5. Now, this is a comic series that ran from March of 1969 to 1976 with 35 issues. Now, many of the Dark Shadow issues are costly, and so I'm always happy to get some. And to get 2 in this lot, I was very happy with that. So now I have 5 out of 35. Okay, so this first one is issue number 11. And this is from 1972, so I was 4 when this came out. And this one says, "Look behind you, Barnabas. Your journey is at an end." I guess what would you think? That's some kind of golem? Okay, next I have issue number 28. So this is near the end of the run, and this is from October of 1975. And this is a Whitman variant. I much prefer to have the gold key. So here we have an owl attacking the 3 characters and one of them falling over the edge. There's, I guess, like, I haven't watched Dark Shadows in a long time, but I remember there's Widow's Peak or Widow's Hill, and Barnabas's original wife jumped off of Widow's Hill. She was under an enchantment by a witch. And so they keep repeating this over and over again, and then they just go into the past. And all the characters from the present take up the characters in the past. It's so cool when they do this. And I mean, they stay in the past for like a year. I don't know how long they're there, at least half a year. I don't know. But it's so cool. And then they reenact how Barnabas becomes a vampire because of his entanglement with a witch, and how the witch takes revenge on him by having his the bride that he loves jump off of Widow's Peak. I don't know if this has anything to do with that, and if that is TMI, I'm so sorry for you, but I am a Dark Shadows nerd. So I had 2 issues of Dark Shadows, and the other 12 are going to be from the series Ripley's Believe It or Not, which was from 1965 to 1980. So wow, that had a 15-year run of 94 issues, and I have a total of 15 now, so around 1/6. There was one in here that I already had, and there is a doubles. Okay, so we're going to start with the earliest one. So this one is a 12 center, And this is issue number 9 from 1968. So that means this came out the year I was born. So let's go ahead and admire that beautiful painted cover. And what does it say? Ghostly hands pound out a terrifying drumbeat that only an unseen body can stop. And they're coming up from they're probably going into an attic, right? And look at them, they're scared. Those Puritans are scared. Scare those Puritans. The next one is also is a 15 center, and this is number 30, and we're jumping ahead 3 years to 1971. So let's take a look at that beautiful painted cover. And what does it say? Weird, eerie, authentic. That's kind of their tagline. They put that on a lot of issues. A watery grave, a ghostly cry, as death tolls the bell. This one had a bad spine roll, and I tried to fix it. Now, like I said, later in the summer, I am going to buy a press, and I'm going to try to make these look even nicer. But even though this comic had a bad spine roll, and it has I don't know if you could see it, but there's a crease right there. You could see down here, but overall, look at how beautiful this is. So anyways, this one says the unholy summons and other weird, eerie, authentic stories. The unholy summons is issue number, look at that one. Issue number 34. What are those? Some kind of crusaders? Or Knights Templar, whatever those are. And this is, issue number 34. We have 2 more 15 centers. So this one is issue number 35 from 1972. And there it is again, weird, eerie, authentic. And it says, he left the tomb to claim what he could not possess in life. Ooh, that stalker rapist. Look at him. Yeah, she doesn't want to be with him. They're in the graveyard. I guess a locket is going to play a big part in this. Okay, the last 15 center. This one also is in really bad shape. Okay, so you can see. So first of all, this is issue number 36. So there you can see the cover has maybe something to do with the Titanic and a roulette wheel. And this one says, oh, place your bets, the dead man said. Okay, so again, this is number 36 from October of 72. But you can see this one has a lot of imperfections. Like, it's even out, you can see all of this. But overall, I'm very happy to have it in my collection. Okay, we're moving on to 20-cent issues, and this is the one I got double of. This one is probably the funniest. It says, a jealous husband is enraged when his wife is awakened by the kissing ghost. That perverted ghost is coming in the middle of the night, waking up the wife by kissing up on her. That's a little sketchy. I don't know if woke America would accept that on the newsstand right now. So yeah, this is number 41, issue number 41 from 1973. So we're moving into a 20 cents, and I only have one 20 center. And this is from October of 73, and this is number 43. So we're getting to a little bit at the halfway mark of this series. And this one says, the mamba uncoils, ready to strike, and a dead woman relives this moment. She's playing the organ to make that mambo strike. What are they, in a churchyard? I have 3 25-cent issues, so let's go ahead and start. This was the only one that I had already, but you know what? That's okay. This is a really pretty cover. This is issue number 48 from 1974, so now we are over the halfway mark, just over the halfway mark of this series. And this one says, behind that door lay the scent of roses and the smell of death. So this one looks like a time portal kind of thing. These two look like they have older dress, and this looks more modern, 60s. This is issue number 49 from 1974. Now this one has a really bad spine roll that I hope to fix later. When I press this comic, I love that cover. Now this cover has a big I don't know if you could see it, but there's a big crease in it there. A lot of spine ticks. There's a crease there. But overall, that's a very pretty comic to have. I'm very happy to have this in my collection. I just think those colors pop. Beware the power of a dead witch. And there's some, witchcraft and black cats and a woman in a red dress on her knees with some kind of weird, is that a cat skull? I don't know what that is. The penultimate comic is a 25 center, and that is number 64 from August of 76. So I'm looking at this because I put notes on the back. So what I do is I write it, I put a little sticker, and then I have to put tape over it to keep the sticker from falling off. You have to do that with these because I don't know if you've noticed, but Dell and Gold Key comics, they do not put the numbers on them. So yeah. When you're looking these up, you have to click on every cover to see which one. Yeah, it's a pain, but it's actually fun to see all the painted covers. But anyways, this one says, his sword was powerless against the ghostly furies. So we have a priest type figure holding out his cross. We've got a knight who's going to be overpowered by these furies. So what do you think about that? So here we have the last comic, and this one is kind of interesting. So this one is issue number 75 from January of 78. So I was born in January of 68, so this is exactly when I would have been 10 years old. Now, what's interesting about this one is that there's a 30-cent version and a 35-cent version. So I got the more expensive one. So this is called the 35-cent variant, right? So this is, let's say, a ghostly swan returns as an omen of death in Swan Song. So let's take a chance to look at that beautiful painted cover and background. Hey, I think this is the first one with a barcode. Let me check that. Yes, that one was the first one with a barcode. Barcodes suck because they take away from the art. And almost all modern comics have a barcode on the front, and it makes it easier for the shops to scan them out, but I really wish they would put them on the back. But a lot of shops can't do that too, because they will actually pre-package their comics in bags and boards, and so to scan the back would be too problematic. They keep the barcodes on the front, but what they have done is modern barcodes are really thin. And so they try to take up the least amount of space on the cover as possible so that you can enjoy the art more. All right, so that was my let's just say $45. My $45 14 comic Dell Gold Key Western Publishing painted covers haul. Which one was your favorite? Would you be proud to have these in your collection? Are you the type of collector that only wants your comics in mint? And let me know your thoughts in the comments. Which ones were your favorite? And again, I want to thank you for your support.